Welcome to another video with the Divine Names Mystery Ministry. Today we are on Article 8 of Question 16 in the Prima Pars of St. Thomas Aquinas' Summa Theologica. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on future videos. Article 8 asks whether truth is immutable. Objection 1. It seems that truth is immutable. For Augustine says that truth and mind do not rank as equals. Otherwise, truth would be mutable, as the mind is. Thomas's reply to Objection 1. Augustine is speaking of divine truth. Objection 2. Further, what remains after every change is immutable, as primary matter is unbegotten and incorruptible, since it remains after all generation and corruption. But truth remains after all change, for after every change it is true to say that a thing is or is not. Therefore, truth is immutable. Reply to Objection 2. The true and being are convertible terms. Hence, just as being is not generated nor corrupted of itself, but accidentally, insofar as this being or that is corrupted or generated, as is said in Physics chapter 1, so does truth change, not so as that no truth remains, but because that truth does not remain which was before. Objection 3. Further, if the truth of an enunciation changes, it changes mostly with the changing of the thing. But it does not thus change, for truth, according to Anselm, is a certain rightness, insofar as a thing answers to that which is in the divine mind concerning it. But this proposition, that Socrates sits, receives from the divine mind the signification that Socrates does sit, and it has the same signification even though he does not sit. Therefore, the truth of the proposition in no way changes. Reply to Objection 3. A proposition not only has truth, as other things are said to have it, insofar, that is, as they correspond to that which is the design of the divine intellect concerning them, but it is said to have truth in a special way, insofar as it indicates the truth of the intellect, which consists in the conformity of the intellect with a thing. When this disappears, the truth of an opinion changes, and consequently the truth of the proposition. So therefore this proposition, Socrates sits, is true, as long as he is sitting, both with the truth of the thing, insofar as the expression is significative, and with the truth of signification, insofar as it signifies a true opinion. When Socrates rises, the first truth remains, but the second is changed. Objection 4. Further, where there is the same cause, there is the same effect, but the same thing is the cause of the truth of the three propositions, namely, Socrates sits, will sit, and Socrates sat. Therefore, the truth of each is the same, but one or other of these must be the true one. Therefore, the truth of these propositions remains immutable, for the same reason that any other. Reply to Objection 4. The sitting of Socrates, which is the cause of the truth of the proposition Socrates sits, has not the same meaning when Socrates sits, after he sits, and before he sits. Hence, the truth which results varies, and is variously signified by these propositions concerning present, past, or future. Thus it does not follow, though one of the three propositions is true, that the same truth remains invariable. On the contrary, it is written in Psalm 11, verse 2, "Truths are decayed, from among the children of men? I answer that truth, properly speaking, resides only in the intellect, as said in Article 1. But things are called true in virtue of the truth residing in an intellect. Hence, the mutability of truth must be regarded from the point of view of the intellect, the truth of which consists in its conformity to the thing understood. Now, this conformity may vary in two ways, even as any other likeness, through change in the thing, through change in one of the two extremes. Hence, in one way, truth varies on the part of the intellect, from the fact that a change of opinion occurs about a thing which in itself has not changed, and in another way, when the thing is changed, but not the opinion. And in either way, there can be a change from true to false. If then there is an intellect wherein there can be no alternation of opinions, and the knowledge of which nothing can escape, in this is immutable truth. Now such is the divine intellect, as is clear from what has been said before. Hence the truth of the divine intellect is immutable, but the truth of our intellect is mutable, not because it is itself the subject of change, but insofar as our intellect changes from truth to falsity, for thus forms may be called mutable, whereas the truth of the divine intellect is that according to which natural things are said to be true, and this is altogether immutable. So there we have it. That is the last article of question 16, article 8, asking whether truth is mutable. Thank you for getting through another article. We will see you in the next video.